slide thing. Okay.
Okay. Welcome to the Jennings County, Jennings Northwest Regional Utility Board meeting. We'll start off with our roll call tonight. Dale.
Here.
Judy.
Here.
Mike. Present. And Marshall's on his way. Okay, have you all had a chance to look over the minutes from April 2026?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I was not at that meeting, so I will have to abstain on this one, so.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
We have a motion from Mike to approve the minutes as written.
Second.
Judy seconds that motion. All those in favor? 3-0. 301.
301. 301.
Okay, do we have any members of the public tonight? Anybody there? Okay, well, that's always good. Okay, that takes us right up to Jeff Maddox with the superintendent's report.
All I've got is I wanted to let you know that motor that we got approved for the blower at the last meeting has already came in and already been installed, and the blower is back online. It was actually a couple of weeks ahead of schedule.
Yeah.
And we had one of our vacuum stations took a hit by lightning and burned up one of the pumps, discharge pumps in it, and Andrew talked to the people at the insurance company and maybe cutting to the insurance.
There's a really good chance it's gonna be covered by insurance.
Nice.
We're just waiting on the bill for everything, but we've already started the process.
The motor that got burned up, did we have one in stock for that, or did we have to get one?
We don't have one in stock, but each station's got two pumps, so we
Okay,
got a backup, when one goes down, we can put one as a duty pump and let it run and take charge until we get the other one back. But we don't, each station is different, the impellers are different on them. And also, we would have to have the size of them,
Yeah.
RPMs and all that's different. And so we'd have to have one for each station, and they would be astronomical.
that would be, yeah. All right.
But at the same time, we got another one that's got the seals out of it that may have to be going in to get repaired. But I don't know 100% for sure yet. Tony was gonna look at it yesterday. I don't know if he got a chance to or not. I didn't get too much of a chance to talk to him today about anything.
Any idea how much repair would be?
And it's usually around $4,000 or $5,000.
Okay.
Do we ever have a situation where both pumps are running? Like a
Very
extreme,
seldom. They are designed to not do that in case it comes into like an emergency where ionize so hard or so much of the force main's full and it requires both of them to run, but very seldom do they both run at the same time. Vacuum pumps, different story. If the vacuum goes down, well then the second pump will kick on to try to make up the difference and bring the vacuum up higher than what just one pump will do. And that helps out on that, but the discharge pumps are different.
do the vacuum pumps run continuously?
No. There's,
Only when they're called
well, they're set to when the vacuum gets up to 20 or 21, some of them set 21, that they kick off, and then they will kick back on until the vacuum gets down to 15. And they just pump up. Some of them just take a few seconds to pump up, and other ones that's got the longer lines takes a little bit longer. I think our most runtime on any of them right now is like 1.9 hours a day to 2 hours a day, except for during rainstorms and stuff, and we'll get more.
on? Well, that's not much usage at all. That's really good.
You know, That's pretty much all I've got for right now.
So the bills that we're gonna get from the lightning hit, are we just paying them as they're coming in, or are we just waiting for a claim on those? To turn in a claim?
I'm gonna ask the insurance what'll be easiest whenever it happens. If they want us to get everything, they'll pay it, or it'll be reimbursed, or I don't know. yet.
Because we'll have a bill from the electricians that we had to get over there to help figure out everything. And it totally blew stuff up in the control panel. The phase monitor and some other things just got totally blown up in there. And what took the hit was the tower that we had for the alarm system that we used to have. And where that tower took a hit, it just frayed them wires out. It was big time. The good thing about it is we no longer use that tower because the alarm system kind of went in the past. But in the box inside where it took a hit, it did the same thing. All the little teeny tiny wires were all just frayed, just like it just blew up.
Wow. Well,
Kind of arced. Where two conduits, where that conduit and another conduit go together, kind of arc. Tried to arc weld them together, but didn't quite get it. But it broke ground in the control panel with the phase monitor mainly.
I guess we're lucky it didn't fry everything in there. We're lucky we kept one motor.
Kind of what that face monitor is designed for, and to be like the last line of defense,
Yeah.
kind of like absorb everything and explode before. Because that's what happened to one of the face monitor where we didn't know it, and it got some electrical damage and it went further past that point
Yeah.
a long time ago.
Yeah, so is that where we are with this one, since it's all blown? Did we-
It's all
So it's all.
Oh, it's all
it's all
working.
working. It
Okay,
didn't, it
Thank you
didn't,
very much.
it didn't require all the melted wires and all that being replaced and all like Station 6 did. That time it did,
Oh, okay.
we're lucky it didn't burn that station down, but being in that metal control panel where all the main fire and all that was at, saved it.
Okay, okay.
5 didn't do like that.
All right.
That's
Thanks,
all I got.
We had some serious rains in the last month or so. Have we stayed in compliance with everything?
Well,
Did you?
our SCADA system also during that storm must have took a hit by lightning because the SCADA was still up on the computer, everything, but the actuator wasn't working. And I couldn't go into the SCADA and log into it and do anything. It was telling me that I couldn't do it, that we didn't have sufficient, what was it saying?
some kind of data connection.
Yeah, and so we ended up shutting the SCADA all down and rebooted it. And when it came back up, why everything was working and that week, we ended up going out of compliance on that Monday, so we got 3.8 inches of rain, or it was Tuesday. We got 3.8 inches of rain and it made it look that actuator not working. It threw us out of compliance on ammonia for that day, but we got it all taken care of and got it back into compliance the next day. But our maximum weekly average was gonna be out for the month with only having 3 days of sample, so I ran an extra day of sample, which we are allowed to, and got it to come back in the average. So I'm getting ready to turn that report in tomorrow, send that report in tomorrow, the monthly MRO and net DMR.
Couldn't have been any closer either, could it? I think.
Yeah, it was
Couldn't have been any closer.
2.83, the 2.9 is the limit.
And if it had happened this month, it would have been out because May's limits.
Yeah, May's changes over the summer limit and drops from 2.9 to 1.9.
Oh, so that would have been big, okay.
I know we've had a lot of, weather's been crazy for the last month or so. All right, so, thank you, Jeff. Manager's report. Andrew, what's the good news?
We've how many taps have we put in the last month? At least 6 or 7?
How many?
I do believe it's 7.
So,
New taps, new customers.
Yeah, soon to be new customers on all of them, like the KGF homes.
That's what I was wondering, they did.
There was 4 of them and then 3 other ones.
And they've got quite a few other lots that they're building on that were already tapped.
Our customer kind of staying around that 1,200 to 1,201 range, but that's also with the blight being taken out, being removed. So we're hoping that trajectory starts to actually continue its upward trend of new coming in more than old being taken out.
Well, if we have customers that aren't paying though, that really doesn't help us. But we're the blight people, at least paying, they usually,
Some of them, I think, weren't there a few
I
that
would
were
say probably
blighted?
like half an hour.
So not all of them were unpaying customers, but
Our disconnect with us over the 4 months got to be smaller.
I will say, I'm very lenient and help a lot more, so,
it's been a really good
It's
thing.
still the amount of people that
yeah.
just vaguely didn't pay every
Yeah.
month, and as soon as you go disconnect them, would come in,
Yeah,
more of them started coming in and paying now.
we realized, the more we help, the more we're gonna get the money.
Mhm.
If we tell them no, we're just not ever gonna they're just not ever gonna pay their bill. But if we work with them and give them like that extra 3 days, they're gonna pay it. So, I'm just been more lenient about it.
And it has helped the disconnect rate, I believe,
Oh, yeah.
quite substantially. And we ended up getting the disconnect list down in like the high 20s, low 30s, where 2 years ago, it was down below 45.
yeah,
So
so that's good.
it's a lot better. And then the only other thing I had was, we had started to talk about the clothing allowance for like one specific pair of like a utility bought pair of boots per year. I've submitted the application to Shoe Sensation, just waiting to go back and forth with them on how everything needs to be, but that doesn't have to be our only option if we want to allow a certain dollar amount allowance. With the boots I bought, Jeff buys and everybody buys, the number I was thinking was $200 specific boot credit per year. If somebody wants a more expensive pair of boots, that would just have to come out of their regular allotment. If they want above and beyond a $200 pair of boots.
The Shoe Sensation, I thought somebody mentioned a place in Seymour.
That's the one I'm working with.
Oh,
The
okay.
safety place, I've submitted the application and had to create a voucher and just waiting to go back and forth with them on if they accept it. And
And the employee doesn't actually get $200, they just get the allowance
so
up to.
it'd be like if you did 200, it could be for there, and that would be someplace they could just invoice us, or they could
Yeah.
do like we normally have been doing,
Just
credit
paying
card
them,
and just
yeah.
go get a 200, but it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
It'd be only for boots on that one portion.
Gotcha.
do we also have a clothing allowance too for that?
The normal, yeah, but that had been also, that has been $400 for the year for everything, boots, coveralls. If you need like special socks, gloves, that was jeans, we do the shirts.
The jeans being like $50 a pair and boots being $150 or whatever, or between the two, you don't get much.
Yeah,
When was the last time we increased that?
We have,
It's been the same.
so it actually got decreased.
Yeah, 'cause
The company used to buy one pair of boots every year, and then,
One pair of overalls when you started, and then every 2 years.
yeah.
And it doesn't count, and that 400 also includes like a winter coat.
is this a item we need to put in the budget for next year, or is this something we can address now?
I think we can address it now, but
Well-
definitely needs to be in the budget going forward.
yeah, the boots we wanna add, because that's what we talked about last time, was allowing them to get their boots separate from the clothing allowance. So that would help tremendously.
And when Jeff Fish was in charge of everything, why he said that the boots were the tool. And that's why the company, when he was in charge, would buy a pair of boots. And then it got taken away.
Do we provide, rubber boots, hip waders? Or what do we need?
Leather boots that we use for cleaning the parachute on and getting in mud pits and stuff to do.
So can we,
Well, this isn't the first time we've looked at this, so would anyone like to make a motion on this at this time?
make a motion? Mm,
How much we talking?
$200? And that's just for the boots. That's not for their clothing allowance.
I'll second that.
So what was the motion?
$200 for the boots,
And the clothing allowance stays at 400?
separate, that'd be separate from, wouldn't it?
But if the boots were to exceed 200, it would come off of that.
Right, now, before the 400 total included boots. So now we're gonna have a separate line for boots, and then we're gonna keep the clothing at 200, or 400. So that'll basically include your clothing
Can
allowance,
we make it in
$200.
one, or, I thought we had to make it into add the boots and then the clothing allowance. We can-
Clothing
It's
allowance
not
over
altering the
there.
clothing allowance.
Yeah, so we just need the $200
Oh, okay.
for boots.
Okay,
Okay, so we have a motion and a second on the boot, $200 boot allowance. Is there any more discussion? All those in favor?
Mhm.
5-0. And that will go into effective,
It could be immediately.
okay.
cool.
So,
All
that's
right.
all I had, Mike's next.
My turn? The only thing unusual on there is you'll see the trailer purchase we'd approved, I think, last month. I still about that blower motor, like, I haven't seen an invoice for it yet, is that?
We just got it.
Just
Got it this week.
Should be for next week, next time.
Do you know what that was?
9,000 or something?
9,000.
I think so, yeah.
Around, I think it was less than 9, it was pretty close. Seems like it was 8,900 or something.
But yeah, other than that, I mean, the trailer that they approved is really the only thing out of the ordinary of any consequence there, on this month's report.
Okay. Well, after that, is, anyone interested in paying the claims?
$9,680.
Okay,
$9,680 is what it was about. That was them coming and installing it and everything.
What did we approve?
I think we approved 12.
Yeah. It was up to 12, I think.
Yeah, that was the quote that I got, the 12 that it ended up being cheaper than.
it's a tandem trailer?
No, that's the motor.
For the motor.
Oh, okay, I got it.
Yeah, the trailer
Yeah,
was
the
only
trailer's in there, we
6,000,
paid it already.
6,094.
Okay, so Marshall made a motion
Second,
to pay the claims. Judy seconds that. Is there any other discussion over the claims? All those in favor? 5-0. Okay, do we have anything under old business?
Haven't heard anything back on the SRF application yet.
Have they give us a time? And I thought that was supposed to be like, into the thing by the end of April.
Then, but they haven't heard anything back from HWC.
They talk favorably, like we would score. Okay. Is there anything else under old business? Marshall, you have anything?
I know.
Okay, let's move right on to new business then. Do we have anything under new business? I actually don't have anything. Okay. Well, I guess if we don't have anything else, we could talk about fishing here for a while.
That made me sad.
Yes, I'll make a meeting with journalists then.
Okay, there's what I was looking for. We have a motion to adjourn. I need a second. We have a second. All those in favor? All right.
Oh, look at that.
5-0.
Mikey, I caught that big bass you was out the other day.
Yeah, I would probably caught it if I had a boat.
No, I